you're a confident speaker, I'll say that. And confident speakers are usually very loud. They will tell you with force and just passion, and you have definitely got that passion.
Well, thank you.
So you're very good at what you do.
All right, we're done. We recorded that.
Podcast is over. Thank you for joining us this week on the Big Access Podcast. Yeah. We're actually at our ProConnect event here in Atlanta, Georgia. Our ProConnect events are great. We've got them all over the country, and coming up here in 2025, we've got them at 7 different locations. But these are ways that PDK meets with our partners, both our integration partners and also our installation partners as well. We want to get together and really have a good time. We hang out, we show partner appreciation, and we look at different ways to build each other's businesses. So it's a great event that we love to host and love to throw, and we can't do that without awesome partners like GeoKey here. Ultimately, these guys are here to help educate and to inform our installation partners of different things that we can do with PDK. And these guys, we'll learn a lot more about them here today, but these guys do a fantastic job of taking your PDK system farther and helping you to get more done with your PDK system. So I'm excited to do that. But before we dive into that, we've got to introduce Jim. Jim Conti here with GeoKey. Thanks a ton for taking some time to escape from the busyness and the hustle and bustle over there to come over here into this classroom and record.
Your events are incredible. I've been to all of them this year.
Yeah.
And all well attended. Guys come here with interest. They want to learn. But I got to tell you, it all boils down to the enthusiasm of the PDK guys that do these things. The Scott Nelsons and the Hals and the JRs, all these guys come to these things and they bring the most energetic partners with them.
We don't lack energy, that's for sure.
No, and then you've got all your inside guys with Azure and all those guys out there helping promote these things. It's incredible. I absolutely, as you know, we're committed to go into 2025 with this.
That's great. I love it. So be looking to come to the closest ProConnect to you. 7 different locations next year. If you want to know where they're at, reach out to your sales guy. They will help you out with where to go.
It's kind of like that Taylor Swift concert for next year.
That's right.
North America, PDK. See you there.
See you there.
Right? Bring your wristbands.
I'm going to make you a t-shirt.
I like it.
Yeah, that'd be so good. Well, Jim, talk to me a little bit about who GeoKey is. I mean, obviously, the PDK, one of our biggest verticals that you'll find us in is multifamily. It's one of the fastest growing verticals that is out there as well. It's just popping up left and right. Everywhere you look, there's a new apartment complex going in, and PDK is getting installed on a lot of the perimeter access there. But like I had teased earlier, there's ways to take your PDK system farther in a multifamily scenario.
Right.
How does GeoKey fit that bill?
Yeah, and that's actually a very broad question, because you guys do an amazing job in the markets that you guys are serving and in the applications and the buildings that need and want that type of access and control. But this market continues to change. Major companies are going out and buying, acquiring, adding, subtracting, and they all want to either add new facilities, they're jockeying for renters, they all want what's the latest and greatest, but they want to do it at a price point or a budget or some little cost-effective way to do it. And that changes. I mean, if you own a portfolio of 50 properties and they vary across the states, they vary by what they have for access control in each building. You go out and buy a property and you don't know what you're going to get for assets.
For sure.
Maybe it's a Yale product here, a Schlage here, Entrata here, Yardi here. So the landscape is really one of these big mismatches of people that can do various things. What we came to market and said, you know what, we're going to take a different approach. We're not going to come out and being proprietary. We're not going to have our own hardware. We're not going to come out and say it's our way, the only way. It's going to be, what does the client want? What does the client need? And let's do what's right by the client for their expectation. What does that mean? It means I could have a retrofit, which means I don't have the money to pull managed Wi-Fi, but I'm competing against that building you just mentioned, who's just put a brand new 100 room shiny building with pickleball courts and every other amenity under the sun.
Yeah.
How do I compete now? Because all my tenants are going to go over there. Or what do I do? Now I have to decrease rent, or I have to lose money this is supposed to be something that's profitable for those property companies. So our position was agnostic. Go in there and say, what do we really need? And our partnership with PDK brings our ability to do things we couldn't do. So we came into the market as a Bluetooth provider. We were agnostic to hardware, so it could be Entrata, Yardi, Schlage, Dormakaba. We didn't care. We said, pick your hardware. We're not going to tell you what to choose. At the same time, we didn't do everything, and we don't do everything, so let's go find the partners that do.
Yeah.
And then partner with them like we're doing today. And every person that came up to our booth today was, I have a property that, and they kind of give you what it is. And they say, well, I want to use PDK, but I want to do this too, and I want to do that too. And that's kind of where we started to help expand what PDK dealers could bring to their project, to their clients in their local markets. And every one of these roadshows has been so instrumental in bringing that education to these guys because they didn't know. First question they go is, who is GeoKey?
Yeah.
They know who PDK is. Who's GeoKey and who the heck's Jim Conti standing up on stage telling me about it? I know Scott Nelson, I know JR, I know Greg, and I know all those guys, but we've never heard of these guys.
Yeah.
Now we've got all the manufacturing rep firms that PDK uses to help us now go out and socialize that. So here, Southeast, great group out there promoting, you know, hey, how do I bring it? And they bring all that hardware with them, right? Digital Watchdog, Yale, GeoKey, PDK. For them, it's this, they can bring a whole bundled solution now.
Yeah.
All the lines they represent, we can help support it. We kind of put that little ribbon on the end of it and here's your solution. So that's kind of where our value proposition really sits in this space. We're not a one size fits all. We're not a proprietary platform. We're how do we fit in your property, Mr. Customer, and PDK, how do we work together to make this work? And I can tell you, we've been very successful so far in a couple of properties, and I'm excited that we're going to be able to announce a few soon.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, ultimately, you guys really are enhancing that multifamily living experience and helping produce that security that tenants need to feel and that property managers are selling to their tenants.
Right.
So I love that. Talk to me a little bit about the features that you guys offer. I mean, you were saying that there's a lot of different things that you guys can do in different scenarios. I mean, ultimately, we're just saying that, yeah, somebody came to you, I've got this property, I want it to do this. And you guys are able to say, yeah, here it is. Let's highlight maybe a couple of the most popular features that you guys offer.
Sure. First thing is they'll say, do you have a property management software already?
Yeah.
I have Yardi, I have Entrata, I have RealPage, I have AppFolio. The answer is, well, what do I have to do? I have to switch out? The answer is no. We have integrations with all those.
That's so cool.
Well, you guys do it too.
Yeah.
Right? So you guys are doing a few of those, right?
Yeah.
But it's table stakes to be in that space. If you don't have it, you're not going to be able to play because that's the start point. Mm-hmm. And as you get bigger as a portfolio, now all of a sudden I've got Yardi here, I've got Entrata here, I've got this over here, and I just bought a property that has something else. Well, ordinarily it's, I got to go switch out to one standardized platform, or you standardize to GeoKey.
Right.
We standardize then across the portfolio. We can add QR code intercoms. Really exciting for us because you don't need the infrastructure to put a full-on $5,000, $10,000 front intercom system.
How does that work? How does somebody use a QR code to gain access?
It's incredibly simple, and that's what's so cool about it, is that no power, no PoE, it's 4 screws into a metal plate. We put a URL on the metal plate, you scan it with your phone, opens up a cloud-based directory. Directory says leasing office, deliveries, tenant.
Yeah.
I say, oh, hey, I want to talk to Brach. What is he in? 101. I click Brach's name, rings your phone. You answer your phone like you would. It's either a video event, and the phone, which is why we use the phone for everything, it's smart. It can do video, audio, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular. It can pick and choose the platform. It can also pick and choose the protocol. So now I get you on the phone, you see my face, you say, hey, I'm down here at the front door. You say, I'm going to let Jim in. You click the button, and you did it. But it's so inexpensive to do it.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and that's one of our biggest things is that people want to see simple, customizable, flexible solutions.
Yeah.
Because every property is different. If you start going around going, oh, this fits in my 10 properties, that's what a lot of our competitors try to do is take what they have and fit it.
Yeah.
We go, well, we're going to fit our solution to you and utilizing you on those types of things.
Well, everything that you offer is not going to be it's not a one-size-fits-all scenario, right? But you do at least have something that could fit.
Yeah. So and you can pick your own hardware. You can pick if you're a Yale or you're Dormakaba.
Yeah.
Great, we support them both. And you could have multiple properties where you have Yale in one and Dormakaba in the other. That's great too. We support that platform and it treats it the same. So there's no differentiation between I got to open up a Yale portal here, I got to open up my Yardi portal, and then my PDK.io. Nope, GeoKey will create that single pane of glass to allow you to have a uniform experience across multiple properties, up to you.
Man,
yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah, well, it's cooler now being partnered with partners like PDK.
Well, I mean, ultimately, we're here. We want to work together with other manufacturers. We want to play well because we're all here to do the same thing. We're all here to protect life and property.
Sure.
Right? We want to make sure that people are secure and that people feel safe.
Right.
So,
well, you walk out onto your floor, all of your vendors, And we talk to a lot of them now. You know, we're starting to do integrations with a lot of the ones that integrate with PDK. So we go up to these people now and go, pick your choices and what would you like to do?
Yeah.
And it's a very good custom budget-friendly solution. So it's not like, what's your budget? Can I have a full-on intercom, or can I go with a QR code? Budget's determined which, but you don't lose features.
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
You guys do a lot. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So education we've talked about education and how important that is, getting people educated to learn about who GeoKey is and about how you guys can help the multifamily world. So now that we've educated you a little bit more about who GeoKey is,
right.
If you want to learn more about GeoKey, how do they go about getting a hold of you?
Well, they can go through any one of the RSMs through PDK, any one of your manufacturing reps, so your Paladins and your SES, SI Legacies, all those guys are educated now, and we'll be working with that much more closely with them next year to educate them more fully and get them more built out. But feel free to reach out to GeoKey directly off our website, geokeyaccess.com. We'll get in touch with you, and we can certainly have the right people, whether it be a PDK or GeoKey, and pretty times it's both of us.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's both of us.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. You got it there first. Go ahead and reach out to them. So reach out to them. Let's reach out to us. We're going to help you guys with anything multifamily related. So make sure you do that. Jim, thanks a ton for taking some time to come and see us.
Thank you for taking the time with me.
It's always good working with you.
Yeah, man. You as well.
Okay, man. If you have not already done so, be sure to subscribe to the Big Access Podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and let us know if there's any particular topic that you're looking to learn, and we will go ahead and add that to a future episode. But thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Big Access Podcast. We will see you next time.